I just found out my sister was the reason why my relationship ended. I am heartbroken and I'm finding it hard to move on. I'm a single mother of a girl child and I'm from a family of 5. 2 years ago, I met a man that was asking me out. I told my sister just to ask her about her opinion of what she thinks of the man, and her reply was one of the things that turned me off initially. She said that she knows the man, that the man is not a good person, that the man's reputation in the area is very bad, that I should not date him. But over time, I started dating him because he was persistent. Of which, when I started, my sister still told me that, and you started dating him. Maybe I told you that he's not a good person. But anyway, I'm not going to force you. Date him if you like. The relationship between I and this guy was moving fine. There was no cause for suspicion or alarm. Everything was great. Of which, anything that happens between I and my boyfriend back then, I used to tell my sister. I tell her everything in details because I felt I could trust her. She didn't give me any reason to be suspicious. I didn't see her as someone that would betray me. To the point that when this man gives me money, I take from that money to give my sister. Like, this man took care of me, took care of my daughter, and I'm not gonna lie, during the period we were dating, he was a sweet guy. During the festive season of the year 2023, my boyfriend asked me if I would love to travel. I told him yes, I would love to, but I'm not having enough money with me. The next day after we had that conversation, he sent me money and said me and my daughter can travel, of which I was so happy, and I told my sister about it. When I got to the village, my boyfriend called me and told me that he would want me to come and visit him in his state so that we can both travel back to the city together. I didn't have a problem with it because this was my boyfriend. But unfortunately, I couldn't do it, and I made him understand because that period my mother fell ill. So I had to stay back in the village longer. I told him that I can't come back. Oh, my mother is ill. I just told him. And to my surprise, after that day, he stopped talking to me. I don't know why, but I sense it's because I didn't come to meet him in his state. I tried to make him understand, but he just stopped talking to me. Like, he totally cut me off. I called and texted him, but he wasn't picking. He wasn't responding to my calls. He wasn't responding to my text messages. Then I told my other sister, I said, see the way this guy is behaving, I don't understand what is happening. Then my sister told me that she warned me before not to date him, and I can see now that what she was saying then back then, she wasn't lying. So long story short, I just came to terms with myself that maybe he wasn't interested in me anymore, and I tried to move on with my life. Now fast forward to 2 years later, that's the year 2025. My sister told me that she saw that my boyfriend, that he asked her for her number, but she didn't give it to him. When she told me this, I was like, okay, because I didn't have interest about what he did anymore. I was just focused on moving on with my life. From that day onwards, my sister will be asking me, and as your ex reach out to you, did he call you, did he text you? I'll tell her no. Like, we have moved on. I don't understand why you're asking me this question. When this whole thing was happening, it hasn't made sense. It has not yet occurred to me that my sister and that my boyfriend was having something. On the month of May 2025, I noticed behavioral changes with my sister. She stopped calling and texting me. The only time she reached out to me was if she needed something. And those days that she even reached out to me, if I thought we were to say anything, 90% of the conversation is my sister asking me about that man. That is my ex. Did he call you? Did he text you? Have he unblocked you? All those kind of thoughts. Like, she was doing it to the point that, and I asked her, why are you always asking me about this man? What is going on? She'll be like, nothing, no. She's just asking me, even to the point that she started asking me about his likes and his dislikes. By this time, I still didn't come to terms that my sister and this man were having something. Not of recent that I spoke to her, and the way she talked about this man, something just told me that go and do your findings, and I did. Then I asked my sister, this one you're always asking me about this man, hope you and this guy is not having something. When I asked her that question, she was like, why should I be asking her such a thing? That she's not doing anything with the man. She just gave me one flimsy excuses like that. Tell me why months later, after doing my findings and my diggings, I got to discover that my sister and the so-called man were having something. I asked my sister again. She denied it, not until I sent her evidence to prove that she and the man was dating. It was after I sent her that evidence, my sister stopped talking to me. Till today, she's not even talking to me. Now I'm here sitting and asking myself, where did I go wrong? Like, was it a bad thing that I gave her every information about me and this man? Guess what my sister said when I even asked her the question? She was like, and so I should not use my own to spoil her own. No. That was what my sister told me. So apparently those times I was telling her the good things that this man was doing for me, she was jealous. because that's the energy I'm getting from her. She was jealous. She actually wanted him. And I'm pretty sure that it was because of her that this guy broke up with me. At this point now, I am finding it hard to move on. Ever since I found out, I've been heartbroken. I never knew that my sister could betray me. I've never felt such a betrayal. And I'm finding it hard to move on. Because this was a man that loved me, took care of me, took care of my daughter. He provided for me. The only mistake that I made was telling my sister everything about it. I don't know what to do, guys. I just want to move on from this whole saga. I want to move on from this whole emotional turmoil that I find myself. Please, I need your advice. What should I do? This story was sent to me by a follower, but some sister are saying, oh, wow. So that means her sister has been jealous of her ever since she had been dating the guy. Only God knows if her sister was not the one responsible for the guy breaking up with her. Anyways, baby girl, find a way to move on with your life. I know it's painful. I know your sister betraying you was the least thing you expected her to do, but it is what it is. It's life. Humans are humans. Find a way to move on with your life, okay? You get better. It gets better by the day. That is my advice for you. If you guys have anything to tell her in the comment section, please let her know. Please be gentle with your comments, okay? To share your story with me, please send me a DM or please send me a message to the email on my bio, and I'll see you guys in my next one.